Thank you, Ron. So I have been studying Jason Cox, Director of Platform and SRE at the Walt Disney Company for over 8 years. And I was so delighted that he was willing to be a part of this program committee from the very beginning. So one of the most amazing things I've gotten to do in my career was shadow him for an entire day. It was an amazing and exhilarating experience, and I learned so much. But the biggest surprise happened at the very beginning of the day, when we were at the Starbucks on the Glendale, California campus, and he was walking through his calendar describing what was going to happen that day. But then a woman from across the room saw him, ran over to him saying, Jason, thank you so much for saving our butts 2 weeks ago. And it turns out that she was one of the CTOs of one of the major business units. And something like that happened 3 more times throughout the day. In fact, I think I got to see him thanked more times in a day than most ops practitioners get thanked in an entire career. So I am so delighted that this year he's able to present with his boss, Alexi Varanko, VP of IT Engineering, Strategy, and Operations, and with Brian Scott, Senior Staff Technical Evangelist for SRE. They will be talking about how they organize themselves to elevate developer productivity and skills around SRE across the entire Disney enterprise. This is an incredible continuation of the journey that Jason has shared with this community from the very beginning of this conference. Here's Jason, Alexi, and Brian.
Hello, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Alexi Varanko, and today you're going to hear how the Enterprise Technology Transformational Engineering team helps create digital magic here at the Walt Disney Company. But first, I have a short little clip here from some of our top technology executives across the company that tell what it means to create the magic here at Disney. Keep your hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times, and hang on, you're about to be taken on a great ride.
And now your host, Walt Disney.
In our modern world, everywhere we look, we see the influence science has upon our daily lives. Discoveries that were miracles a few short years ago are accepted as commonplace today. Many of the things that seem impossible now will become realities tomorrow.
Today at Disney, we have amazing teams creating magic with technology.
Technology is part of the DNA at Disney, has always been part of the DNA at Disney, but it's always been in service of telling the story.
If the guests walk away talking about the technology, we haven't done our job. It's all about the experience.
I care about creating technology that really builds wonderful experiences, and I think there is no company where you can do that in the way that you can here.
We believe that a close partnership between art and technology is essential to creating compelling stories with engaging characters in believable worlds.
There's so much passion on the part of all of the teams behind what we do to make sure that what we're building lives up to that Disney expectation.
With a big idea, there is very little friction in making it into something through the use of technology.
With industry-leading technologies like augmented reality and machine learning, behind the scenes we are creating awesome experiences.
That to me is really super exciting as a technologist, to continue to move at the very front edge of the technology in so many different areas.
Tech at Disney is one of the most important things as we make our transition to a direct-to-consumer world. To borrow a baseball metaphor, we're in the second or third inning of this whole streaming saga. We really want to have something for everybody.
During the last few years, we've ventured into a lot of different fields. Had the opportunity to meet and work with a lot of wonderful people. We hope that you will join us and that you will find here a place of knowledge and happiness.
Wow. I always get excited when I see it and hear about all the great things we're doing across the company. First, I want to talk a little bit today about how Disney's structured. Here you can see the different business segments that we have here at the Walt Disney Company. And there's 3 main areas there. A group that focuses on telling great stories, generating great content, whether it be theatrical releases, animation, news, or even sports. the studio entertainment and sports team is really focused on creating the best content out there that lasts generations. The second group is really focusing on media and entertainment distribution. So the streaming services that you all know and love, like Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, Hotstar, Movies Anywhere, and Hulu, are really focused on how do we get you that content reliably in the best quality on any device. And the final group there, parks and experiences and product, taking the great stories and the great content created by the studio, general entertainment, and sports groups, and making them a reality, bringing them to life, and immersing you in those experiences. And guess what? All of that is done through the use of technology and people to delight the guests and create magical experiences. We work in enterprise technology. We're here to help those teams really focus on driving business differentiating results across the industry. But sometimes when people look at us, they kind of take a look at us and say, hey, you're here to help. And they view this. Is that a Star Destroyer? But really, what we want to do is figure out how can we make IT magical? How can we make it a great experience so that people can optimize and make things more reliable, make it easy for them to spin up new systems, innovate new ideas, and create new experiences across the board here. And so my team today, you're going to hear some stories about how this has evolved over time. Jason Cox is going to talk about the evolution of the SRE team here at the Walt Disney Company. And Brian Scott is going to talk a little bit more about some of the engagements that we've had, how we've helped